How is Puffy liable for Tupac murder, extraordinary carding, as well as the entire Los Angeles police office has been working relentless to tackle the secret of Tupac, and the famous Hughes passing the result of this endless request has now illuminated the whole case. And it is obvious that the executioner might have been directly in front of all grass. At first, LAPD criminal investigator had been examining the killings of Tupac and Big Deal for quite a while. And in 2023, he at long last shared a portion of his discoveries. These ends are out of the standard and have significant repercussions. Investigator Greg Kading says he has proof. It was Diddy Brushes who coordinated the killer, starting with his discoveries, LAPD analyst Greg Carty as of late reported that he has concluded that Tupac's homicide was arranged by Orlando Anderson, an individual from the Compton Crips posse, with Anderson's uncle, kept D filling in, as the team's star observer Harding further guaranteed that Anderson was in the white Cadillac for which the shots were shot, and that Diddy Co's paid Anderson's pack $500,000 to kill Tupac, and one more $500,000 to his kill Suge Knight, in spite of the fact that Anderson was never made up for his supposed job in the killings. Harding then again guaranteed that assuming Anderson's aim was essentially to pull off it, he could not have possibly given the realities he did. I'm all going to unveil current realities, as they are, whether they're in any condition. I will recount a similar story, since that is my responsibility, is to get to the reality of the situation as per extra disclosures by Greg Trucking Wardell Pochi Faust, an individual from the Mop Peru blood group, who was paid $13,000 by Suge Knight, the pioneer behind Death Row Records, carried out Big Deal's homicide. Carty alludes to the mother of one of Suge's youngsters as Teresa Swan to veil her character, and affirm as a fundamental observer Diddy has since denied any support in Tupac's homicide. Knight, who is as of now detained on an alternate homicide accusation, wouldn't respond to any media source, and has remained mum on Kading. Concentrate. Lamentably, Anderson and Pucci have both been killed from that point forward in light of multiple factors. As we as a whole realize, nobody was captured or charged as a result of the investigation into both of the homicides, yet as per Carding, this is on the grounds that the office was more keen on uncovering a connivance thought than in indicting any of those cases. Tragically, it's an unprosecutable case for various reasons in a government unjust demise case. Big Deal Little's mom guaranteed that the office endeavored to hide an official's part in her child's homicide. For the people who know nothing about extraordinary Keating's rationale for these claims, here is the foundation of the long-term request. Harding was taken out from the team in 2009 during an inner undertakings examination concerning an irrelevant matter before his group had wrapped up setting up their cases. Regardless of being gotten free from any wrongdoing, Carney left the office not long after the team was disbanded. Strong then again revealed their discoveries in Murder Rap, an independently published book distributed in 2011. Michael Dorsey's narrative, likewise named Murder Rap, was subsequently delivered on iTunes on February 2, 2016. The inquiry presently is what new material does the narrative homicide rap give that the book doesn't. A typographical blunder in the book's last pages was fixed in the narrative, which mistakenly depicted the auto-lodging Big Deal's firearm as a dark Impala. This oversight has been ignored by the editors. The narrative group rolled out the vital improvements since they realized Pucci claimed a vehicle that matched that portrayal, and sources stated that Knight gave him the car in return for two tweaked Chevrolets. Besides, they knew that Suge's Impala was painted in a specific variety. Dark cherry. Subsequently, specialists had the option to follow the green Impala sale to a Chevrolet showroom in Phoenix, Arizona, when they revealed this data in 2009. Anyway, the records were as of now not accessible, keeping them from following the documentation back to the vehicle's underlying request in 1995 or 1996. At any rate, it seems it is basically Kefti's assertion against Diddy's about his supposed job in Tupac's homicide right. While Diddy has proactively stated his desire to kill Suge and Tupac out in the open, it is absolutely impossible to affirm this allegation. Different records anyway support kept these remarks to policing, giving believability to the case. Yet regardless of reports in actuality, there is no proof connecting Big Deal to Tupac's homicide. It is profoundly far-fetched that he knew about her agreed killing, and keeping in mind that he might have learned of it after the occasion, no proof demonstrating his earlier information has been found by policing. This carries us to our next set of inquiries. Suge Knight, who was in Tupac's vehicle during the Las Vegas slaughter and experienced a head injury, has shown that he was the expected objective at this point. Various records demonstrate that he just experienced minor wounds. What is reality fundamental? These inconsistencies, Suge, it would be more genuine to say you are turning reality, as opposed to plain lying while a slug section or metal garbage from a vehicle can hotel at the foundation of the skull. This isn't equivalent to being purposely designated by a gunfire. Suge, without a doubt, experienced a back of the head injury and looked for clinical help for the illness. To stay away from injury specialists, chose not to go through obtrusive medical procedure to eliminate a piece of metal close to the foundation of his skull, whether a gunfire part or a shard of metal from the vehicle might have caused the wounds. The exact explanation won't ever be known anyway. After the attack, Tupac and Suge went to Mike Tyson's. That it was returning from this occasion that misfortunes. Regardless, nearly everybody currently accepts Tupac's executioner was the professional killer Orlando Anderson. Why wasn't he viewed as blameworthy and detained or executed, while their suspects were situated in far-off, happy? The Las Vegas analysts, especially criminal investigator Trucking, experienced impressive difficulties in their examination. The Compton Police Division, then again, given gigantic assist, going above or more with supporting the request. The facts really confirm that soon after Tupac's passing, Las Vegas police performed court orders and strikes in Compton get together. However much proof as could reasonably be expected from the condo where Orlando was ultimately gotten, tragically, given the distance between the suspects and the lacking proof, the investigators had to rely basically upon conditional proof. Since there were no observers who could emphatically recognize him as the shooter, the specialists needed with circumspectly comply to the law. A video of him being attacked by Tupac and his partners at the NGN Terrific soon before Tupac was shot was the main piece of proof connecting him to the wrongdoing. While there was a conceivable inspiration, he was absent at the wrongdoing site. This makes demonstrating his inclusion in the shooting very challenging. To sum up all that we've verbally expressed about so far, and where it leads us, a previous Los Angeles police office official cases that music mogul Diddy searches recruited a Crips gangster for $1 million to do the death of Tupac Shakur and his chief Marion Suge Knight. Besides, Greg Carding drove an exceptional LAPD team that researched the passings of Tupac Shakur and Big Deal Smalls aka. The infamous Big Deal Smalls was Diddy's garments mate, and it is imagined that he was killed in retribution for Tupac Shakur's passing. Tupac Shakur and the infamous Enormous were both shot and killed Tupac on September 13, 1996 in Las Vegas.